All right, so I don't know if this is a major complaint or a minor complaint. I don't know what progresses with it, but it's very concerning that I have, when I have to pee, it's like I feel a little bit more pain at night, in the morning. It's like it could be probably a prostate issue, but I will admit that it seems like it's also gas too, because sometimes I build up gas and I have to fart, and when I fart, then the pain kind of goes away. So when I have a full bladder and I have to fart, there's extra pain around the bladder area, I think around the prostate. But that combination, there's two swellings going on in that area, and it's really annoying. It's been happening too much. I've never experienced this in my younger years, so as I get older, I wonder if the progression can get worse. So there's no herbs I could do that'll cure it. When I did take saw palmetto, that seemed to shrink things, but that's not gonna get rid of gas. See, I gotta attack the gas issue, which is a spice issue. Like allspice really helps, dill helps. I don't consume them a lot though. Especially when I don't consume them now, I notice that I'll get more gas attacks. But can I keep up a habit of consuming these? I really want a wide variety. I want at least a one for every day of the week, a different one for every day of the week. I can't just be eating allspice every day. I know that would be a disaster eventually. I'm not sure how. One day be dill, the next be allspice. I've tried anise, and that doesn't do anything. I've tried fennel, and that hurts the tip of my tongue every time. Every time I take fennel, it does something to cause the tip of my tongue to be extremely sore. It's like overdoing cayenne pepper, and it makes my eyelids sore. Not my eyes, my eyelids. When I do too much of, I think, a particular kind of cayenne pepper, because the delivery of cayenne is really interesting. Not to go off the subject too much, but I noticed different cayenne peppers will burn just slightly different parts of my body. Like those New Mexico chili peppers, they burnt my throat really good, caused terrible stomach ache and then gut ache. Then I think the fresh cayenne pepper will really burn like the eyelids, but the dried stuff, that'll cause a generalized burning. There's just slight differences. It's like the difference between the sesame seeds are different too. You got white and black. They have different effects, of course. The flax seeds, the golden flax seeds and the brown flax seeds, I noticed they have different effects on my sex drive. If I eat a lot of brown flax seeds, sex drive will go up, and then if I do them every day, my sex drive will go down. But then I bring in golden flax seeds, sex drive goes back up, and then it gradually comes down over the course of a few days. It's just a slight different delivery of maybe the same phytochemical. The phytochemicals makeup, whatever the chemicals are, several of them, is just slightly different. That it throws the body into confusion maybe until it can adapt, if it ever can. I don't think I can ever adapt to fennel. And I guess I had the most fennel ever. Maybe I had the fennel recently with this tongue pain. Maybe I had the fennel with something that would increase the delivery of it, increase the digestion of it. I can't recall exactly, but that fennel, wow, I couldn't suck my inner mouth. I couldn't suck between the teeth. The pain was so much. I killed taste buds. It was so painful. And I know it's fennel. Fennel has done that in the past. People recommend fennel for a lot of things, but that side effect of the sore tongue is consistent and awful. Yeah, so that's the herbal therapies. I was talking about my bladder and peeing and stuff and farts and how the pressure gets up in there and all that. I don't think there's any herb. I got herbs that can control the gas, like herbs that are supposed to improve bladder, like the cranberries. That's the bladder though. What about the prostate? The saw palmetto has a side effect I don't exactly like. It makes my head feel like the pressure has increased. It's got androgens, which there's a slight growth hormone in this saw palmetto. I've liked them in the past. It's just even a little bit now really adversely affects me. I just don't like the effect. It does something to my blood. It does shrink the prostate a little bit, but yeah. Herbs aren't exactly the best choice. I'm kind of turning back to my copper rod, but I don't have magnets in it. I took them out, but I think magnets are probably helpful, because magnets have consistently, at least 50 times now, magnets have noticeably reduced heartburn every time. I've never had a case where magnets did not stop heartburn. Why that is heartburn that unique? Because magnets can't stop everything. They can't stop headaches, all headaches. It's like if you have a viral infection or a chemical infection and a chemical exposure, I don't think the magnets help with that. It helps more with electrical signals, and it's like heartburn is a major electrical signal generator. The pain is caused by imbalance of electrical signals or something. So I'm good response for that, and I believe that I've been getting in the past good response with the copper tube and magnets and going up. In massaging the prostate. So there's benefits to mechanically massaging the prostate, but there's also disadvantages too. It's very messy, and I don't want to ever do it in my car. It's really got to be a good private area, and it's not even. I'm trying not to make it sexual, but it does bring out, like, it opens up the energy in that area. I can't say it's a downside, but it's not something I'm looking for. I just wanna make sure. It's like a muscle or something. I gotta stretch it every so often, and there's just no way to get around it. You kind of have to directly massage the prostate, because it does seem to mine seems to tighten up. And I overeat too, so maybe I'm stressing the digestion out, and things get bound up and tightened. But I did it today. I used it today in a Walmart bathroom. Just shoved it up there for like a minute or two, wiggled it around, just try to stretch things out, and I pooped right afterward. Of course, you know, it's embarrassing to talk about, but it's really effective, and it's for just one. It's for something that's pretty important. Having the things bind up down around the bladder area to loosen those up. I don't know any other way you can do it besides actually using this copper rod every so often. And it's been months, because this area, I've been in a very highly populated area. I usually tend to use it more in the smaller towns, the lower population areas where there's a little more privacy in the bathrooms and stuff. Just knock it out. It's really a beneficial thing to do when things tighten up. I expect tonight, now that I've done it a little bit, things have loosened up. I expect tonight to not be painful. So I guess we'll see how that progresses.